Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Osiris, and this is a new action thriller sci-fi film from writer-director William Kaufman, starring Max Martini as the leader of a military unit who is in the heat of an intense firefight when an alien ship just zaps them up into the ship, and they awaken to having to fight off a horde of aliens with two mysterious women played by Brianna Hildebrand and Linda Hamilton are there on the ship as well. Now, this film is about an hour 45 minutes, and I would like to say that probably, I don't know, like a good hour and 10 minutes, hour and 15 minutes of it is just non-stop, just pew 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 pew, shooting, shooting, and shooting, and shooting. After a while, so much of the action of this is like the same exact thing over and over and over again, and it does actually kind of get boring and repetitive, and you disengage from it. And sure, there's some inspired moments here or there with the action, especially as you get to the climax and you get a little bit more of like a one-on-one confrontation between Martini and one of the big bad aliens. But after a while, it's just kind of tiresome, and you lose that feeling of like, oh, this was exhilarating, but then it's just the same thing. You have Martini and Hamilton and Hildebrand and the rest of this cast, and I think they'll do a fine job with a bunch of characters with almost zero characterization, and, you know, most of their dialogues there to just dump exposition when they need to, especially Hildebrand and Hamilton's characters. And there's not much to this story either. There's some little bits of like, why are we here on this ship? But that's about it. And basically it's just survive. And when you're not really doing anything from a narrative standpoint or an action standpoint to really shake things up and keep things interesting, it does get tiresome. And there are a few character dynamics that maybe you'll feel a little bit here or there. And outside of that, you do have, like, the design of the ship, I think, is solid, and the alien designs are actually pretty interesting. I do have to say, they did kind of remind me of the Toads from Super Mario Brothers, the live-action movie, and that's probably not the best thing, except their little tiny heads move just like the little tiny heads there. But all of this being said, if you like action, this has it, and there's plenty of shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. If you're a little spoiled, like I am admittedly, as a self-professed action film snob, it gets tiresome after a while, but there's still some stuff to enjoy about this. Honestly, this movie probably could have just been like 80 minutes, leaner, meaner, and just go for it, and a little bit more energy, and this probably could have been a much more enjoyable experience. It just feels like it goes on too long, and there's too many moments where it lulls. But it still has its merits, and will probably still grab the attention of some of those action fans that love to find those little hidden gems on VOD, like you'll probably find this one. But those are my thoughts on Osiris. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.